Hi everybody, solving paper 4 version 3 October 24. Difference between scalar and vector. Scalar has magnitude, vector magnitude and direction. Momentum is mass times velocity. Here is a car that hits the barrier. Calculate initial velocity and force on car is given. Also time for car to come to rest is given. So we know that acceleration equals force over mass. So when we get the value of acceleration, we can use the equation that A equals V final minus V initial over T, and we have T given here, and the V final is the 0 because it comes to rest. So we can just substitute and find the initial velocity. Sketch the VT graph. At the first, it starts with an initial velocity that we have just calculated to be 43 meters per second, and it travels with it until it hits the barrier after 4 seconds from starting its motion. And when it hits the barrier, its speed comes to 0, and this happens within 1.5 seconds. So we can make the point here to be 5.5. Describe experiment to determine spring constant. Hang spring vertically using holder and clamp. Measure its original length L node. Hang a mass and measure the stretched length, which is L. Use F equals Kx to determine K. X is the extension, which is L stretched length minus the L node original length. Repeat for different masses and use a pointer at the end of the spring to judge the stretching in the length well. Okay. Here is a baby in a holder suspended by spring. To make the baby move up and down gently, two springs are tested. Define limit of proportionality, point beyond which stress is not directly proportional to strain. Here is the spring constant for the two springs, and here is the weight of the baby. Calculate extension, again from F equals K times X. You can say that F, which is the weight of the baby, 120 over the K for the spring Q, gives us the extension here, the same for R. Unstretched length is given. State which spring is more suitable. We will say that it is Q because we have here the extension to be 15, and for the R it is 100. So Q is better because this high extension in R might make the baby hit the ground. Here is a shower bag painted in black. Why in black? because black is good, IR absorber or heat absorber. Disadvantage of radiation from sun being only source to heat the water is certainly that sun doesn't work at night. Solar energy is renewable, mention other two, wind energy, hydroelectric energy. Water in the bag absorbs 60%, temperature rises from 10 to 43, mass of water is given, specific heat is given, calculate energy. Incident on the bag during the day, we have the efficiency equals useful output energy or power over input energy times 100% and percent sign. And we have also the equation Q equals mc delta T. So we have the mass, specific heat, and delta T. We can get Q easily. This is the output energy gained by water when the input from sun is incident on the bag. So we can use then the equation of efficiency, where we will make the 60% efficiency, we'll make it as 0.6, removing the percent sign and multiplying, divide by 100. Always remember that when we to put the percent sign, we multiply by 100, and to remove it, we divide by 100. So we can write this number in that form and substitute the input here, the output here, and we can easily get the input. Ray enters the plastic block. How speed, wavelength, and frequency changes. Speed will decrease in the block. Wavelength will also decrease, and frequency remains constant because we know that the same source is still used. Whatever the ray produced from the source travels through air or in a plastic, so always frequency is constant. And as C equals so lambda f. So as C decreases, lambda should also decreases because f is constant. Refractive index is given by sin I over sin R, and sin I here is 45, R the refraction in the media is 30. So can also calculate critical angle, n equals 1 over sine C. So C is sine minus 1 over n. Fiber optics. Here the ray enters and it will undergo the total internal reflection. No refraction here. So here is the first total internal reflection, and here is the second one until it goes outside. It is used in endoscopy or surgery for medical application or telecommunication, internet application. Negatively charged sphere, how the electric field is radial and inward. Here is a position X that has negative charge, direction of force on this negative charge. We have the direction of field is to right, so the force of the negative charge will be opposite to the direction of the field, so it will be to left. Negatively charged particle at X released from list. Describe motion of it due to electric field. As we said here, we have force on the particle to be to the left, and because there is a force, it will be an acceleration, so it will be accelerated toward the left. Here is a bent sprayer that have positively charged nozzle, and bent particles are certainly positive, and we will bend this negatively charged sphere. Explain why particles spread out from nozzle, because they have same positive charge, so repulsion occurs. Sphere can be bent by hand. Explain one advantage of using electric spray, because it makes better adhesion of paint on sphere, because attraction between positively charged particles and negatively charged sphere. Car windscreen has small droplets of water as a condensation. Thermal energy used to remove these droplets, and here is possible two circuits. Describe advantage of using that of B. Resistors are connected in parallel, so if one fails, the other stay worse. Terms of water particles. Describe process by which they are removed from the windscreen. Increasing temperature will increase evaporation, because water molecules gets more energy to escape from the water surface. Circuit is powered by 12-volt battery. Calculate current in Q. As they are connected in parallel, voltage on B is same as voltage on Q, is the 12-volt of battery, so it is just Ohm's law rearranged. I equals V over R, and it is 12 over 70. Energy transferred when current calculated is present in Q for 5 minutes. We know that energy is power times time, power is I times V, so I times V times T gives us the energy I calculated here, and 12 is the voltage across Q, and 5 should be converted to second. We have the answer in joule. Energy store of battery is the chemical potential energy. Total resistance of circuit is, they are in parallel, so multiply both and divide by its sum. Here is a wooden barrier arm with its weight distance to some pivot calculate moment. Moment due to its weight will be the force, which is a weight, times the perpendicular distance to pivot. Wooden barrier is in equilibrium when this soft iron bar exists. Calculate distance from pivot to soft iron bar. This distance d, how much it is. So as this system is in equilibrium and we have two forces here, force due to weight of the wooden bar and force due to weight of the iron bar, both forces should have same momentum, okay, and in different direction. Here is clockwise and here is anti-clockwise. So to find the distance d, we will equate the moment that we calculated for the wooden bar to the moment that is expected from the iron bar, which is the weight of the iron bar. It's mass times the acceleration due to gravity times the d distance to the pivot. In this case, there is an electromagnet. What happens and why to the wooden barrier? So certainly when we switch on this circuit, there will be a magnetic field that attracts the iron bar. So force here will increase and make the wooden barrier rotate anti-clockwise. When switch is open, operator decreases the potential difference across the coil and then the switch again on. Okay, what will happen to the wooden bar? There will be less rotation because the potential here decreases, so magnetic field strength here will decrease. So force on iron bar, and hence momentum reduced. Momentum reduced by the iron bar will be reduced. So rotation of wooden bar will be reduced. Isotope of boron used in cancer treatment, it reduces alpha when it undergoes a fission. Describe difference between fission and fusion. Fission is splitting nucleus, fusion is joining nuclei. How the change will occur to the boron nuclei to be lithium nuclei. As we 8 pi neutron, the left hand side will have 11 neutron and 5 protons, so the other side here should have total of the left side. So as we have alpha 4 and 2, lithium should be 7 and 3. One reason why alpha suitable than gamma in cancer treatment because it has low penetration, so travels short distance, so cannot harm normal cell beyond the cancer cell. One safety precaution for nurses and radiologists: reduce exposure of time, increase the distance, use lead shells. Which of letters here is one wavelength? Q and V. Q from peak to peak, V from the start of the wave to the end of it, contains one peak and one trough. Galaxies and how we observe it. Wavelength of radiation from very distant galaxy is around 900 nanometer, and that produced in lab is around 600. What's the name of this effect? Redshift. And it is caused because star or galaxy is moving away from us. Here's galaxies at different distances and gas tube in a laboratory, and here's the wavelengths of the hydrogen from all of them. What this table shows about galaxies: the more distant, the more redshift. And what is meaning of that regarding the universe? Means that universe is expanding. Stars more massive than sun can be black hole. Describe how. Because massive stable star turns to red supergiant, which turns to supernova and becomes a nebula, and the remaining core, if this remaining core exceeds 3 solar masses, it will turn into black hole. Some star contain, some star system contain black hole, and it is 7,800 light years from Earth, was meant by light year, distance traveled by light in a year. Calculate this number in light year, but in kilometer. We multiply it by the value of 1 light year, which is the speed of light times the time of 1 year, converted in second, because here is the speed in meter per second. So to convert 1 year to time in second, multiply by 365 times 24 times 3,600, or 60 times 60. This is the time of 1 year in second, multiplied by light velocity in meter per second. So this is the value of 1 light year in this in meter unit. And when you come to the final answer here, should notice that answer should be given in kilometers, so convert it to kilometer. Thank you.